Hi guys, it's me and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a makeup tutorial, get ready with me, that no one asked for because I'm in my makeup gig. Before we start, please feel free to follow me on my socials. I'll link them down here, and everything that you see in this video will be linked in my Amazon storefront so you can shop my makeup routine and we can have the same base because the girl's gotta look stunning this year. And with that said, let's get into the makeup routine. I'm aware I look crazy. I'm doing my hair because I have work today, but please ignore. First, we're gonna start off with primer. I'm going in with the CoverGirl True Blend Skin Enhancer in the shade 50 Jelly Opal Glow. I feel like this is a good dupe for the Say Star Gel. Is that what it's called? And I'm gonna throw that on the high points of my face. And anywhere where light would kind of bounce off. So I'm gonna put it on my cheekbones, on my chin, a little on my nose. I'm gonna let that sit and set, and while that goes, I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows. I use the Precisely My Brow Pencil in the shade 4. My pencil is so beat up because I have used it for a couple years. I think I've had this since, I don't know, really bad admission, since like high school. Guys, once I find a product, I just hoard it. And this just happens to be one of those products. I don't fill in my brows as heavily as I used to. I just kind of go in towards like the mid and tail and just add a little bit of color because I realized that I can overdo my brows very quickly and I don't really like that look. And then for brow gel, I'm using the e.l.f. Brow Laminating Gel because it's very thick and it's not too like stiff like hair gel. I think it's the perfect formula, and I have pretty thick brows, so I like a formula that will hold them up, and this does the job. Now let's move on to the base. These are the two products I've been liking. First one being the Catrice Soft Glam Filter Fluid. I like this a lot because it matches my skin tone pretty well, and I like the formula better than the e.l.f. one. So I just go ahead and I kind of just put it all over my face. The match on this is insane. I don't usually get lucky with matches, but this one really matches me. And because I'm a bit on the tanner side right now, I'm gonna mix in this About Face foundation in the shade Medium 3 Peach. This foundation is so insanely good. It's not even a joke. It's just amazing. I'm obsessed with this foundation, and it's affordable. Like, Halsey knew what she was doing when she was making this in the lab. And I'm just gonna go ahead and blend this out using the brush and making sure I blend out my neck and blend into my hairline. I was a beauty blender girl for a little bit. If you look back at like my past couple of Get Ready With Me's, I was using it. But there's something about an all brush face that kind of just looks 10 times better than when you use the beauty blender. So this is the skin. As you can see, that luminizer we put on before is really doing its work right now. Like, we're giving glass honey. Now we're gonna bronze. I'm obsessed with the LYS Cream bronzer stick in the shade Harmony. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna put this kind of right here in this area and draw a line up, and I'm gonna blend that immediately. I like to blend cream bronzers with a dense brush. I don't like to go in with a loose brush. And do you see, like, that blend is insane? Usually I put cream contour products on my hand, blend it, and then put it on my face, but this formula is just so good that you don't even need to do that. And if this looks a little too harsh, I usually go in with a foundation brush and blend that out a bit more. It really goes in and smooths it out like that. Doing the same thing on this side, blending out that cream bronzer. When I tell you this blend is insane, it's insane. Concealer, I have two favorites. The first one is the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear in the shade 360. And my second favorite is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Toffee. So I go in and mix these two because the Lancome one is a bit more on the sheer side, and it also is my skin tone, whereas the NARS one is a bit more full coverage, a bit more drying, and it's lighter, so it helps brighten up any dark circles. So I put the Lancome here, and then I also swoop it up a bit like that. I'm just gonna put the NARS one kind of in the same spots as the Lancome one. And then also to kind of go ahead and clean up my bronzer, I'm just gonna put the Lancome one right here, cut our face a bit, make it a bit more defined. So I'm gonna let all this concealer sit, and while that goes, we're gonna do some blush, Nude Sticks Nudies Matte. And I'm gonna take that on my wrist and just go like that. Not wrist, my hand. I'm gonna tap into it and kind of take the excess off. And I'm gonna go in, smile, place it right here, and then drag it horizontally. Stamp it on the apples of my cheeks, and then go horizontally and keep on stacking some blush. And now we are going to blend out the concealer. I use the BK Beauty brush. There are a lot of other brushes like this. If you just search up kitten paw brush, you can probably find one that's exactly like this. I have all this excess blush on my hand. I'm gonna actually take the concealer brush and pat it in the blush a bit, but not in like the pigmented part. Tap it into the part that we kind of blended out. I don't really know what this does exactly, but I think it makes the transition between the two a lot more seamless because you're adding that pink into your concealer. And I'm just gonna tap, 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 follow that line. And I'm also gonna push the concealer against my nose. Alrighty, so our under eyes are blended out, and now I'm gonna go in on this area and stamp in the concealer. So as you can see, that kind of sharpens up our face a bit. Now that we're looking absolutely amazing, I'm going to set my creams. So first I'm gonna go ahead and set my under eyes. I am obsessed with this. This is the Huda Beauty Cherry Blossom Easy Bake fragrance-free powder. I'm just gonna go in with this small angled dense brush, and I'm just gonna tap into the powder, kind of blend it into my hand a bit so it's not too intense. Before I powder down my under eyes, I'm gonna blend it out one more time just so that there aren't any creases or any just like mistakes. And now I'm going in with the powdered mini brush and going underneath and setting that all. Now, keep your powder out. We're gonna go ahead and take our powdered bronzer and set our cream bronzer with our powdered bronzer. Going in with an angled fluffy brush, tap off the excess. I'm gonna stamp it into my face a bit. Just stamp it in, add in a lot more color into the face because you might have taken away from some bronziness when you put on your concealer. And I also like to take it on my nose a bit because that's kind of where the sun would hit your face as well. So just adding that color. And I actually like to go in on my eyelids a bit and sweep that bronzer over so that it all connects, all the colors connect. A lot of steps, but we're going back to our setting powder. So back to our Huda Beauty powder. I'm gonna tap in with the brush, kind of do that, and I'm gonna tap in the powder. We're kind of just really snatching up our face. So moving on, we're gonna set our blush with powdered blush. I'm obsessed with the Patrick Ta blush in the shade She's Blushing. This is my evidence. If I were to pick one blush to live with forever, it's definitely this shade. It's just so gorgeous. It's the perfect amount of pink and it's super pigmented. This has lasted me for so long. I'm going in with a very fluffy brush and I'm gonna dip that into the powder. This is very pigmented. I'm gonna smile and I'm gonna tap in the blush. And I take it across my nose. I'm actually gonna go in with the smaller side and take it across my nose like this. I feel like blush is also the first thing to come off, so I like to put more than your typical person would. Next step is highlight. Today I'm gonna be using the Rare Beauty highlight in the shade Mesmerize. As you can see, she's hit pan and you don't need a lot, and it just photographs so beautifully. Like, look at this. Yup. And I kind of go down my nose, on the tip of my nose, I go under my brow bone. I'm also gonna go on the cheekbone. And now we're gonna set. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. And we're gonna do our lip combo while the face is kind of setting, so that's why I look a bit greasy. So today's lip combo is going to be a mix. The first one is the NYX lip liner in the shade Nude Truffle. I've had this for a while and it's so good. I've kind of run through it quite a bit. I don't overline a lot. If I overline, it's only gonna be towards the center, so over my cupid's bow and in this area. But for the rest, we're gonna follow our natural lip line. Okay, so that's the first part. And now I'm gonna go in with the J-Cat one and kind of fill in my lips a bit more. So that's the line lip, and for the lip topper, I'm going in with the Ole Henriksen Pout Preserve Peptide Lip Treatment. And I'm just gonna take that and put it on the lips like so. That's the finished lip. It's a bit more cool tone. All right, and that is the finished glam. I'm obsessed. It's so bronzy, and I kind of do like the lip, even though it is a bit more on like the cool tone fall side. I think it contrasts the warmth of the face. So yeah, this is what I do to get ready and film. Feel free to follow me on all my socials. Connect with me on LinkedIn if you're a student. Also, all the products that I use in this video will be linked in my Amazon storefront, so feel free to shop this routine. And yeah, stay tuned for more videos this month, and I will see you next time. Bye!